All right, welcome to another episode of FLAVR Q&A. Today it's all about Kodak Professional Pro Image 100. Now you're probably wondering, what is Kodak Professional Pro Image 100? Because if you live in the US, it only came out into your area in the last 2 years. It's been available in Australia and Asia and Southeast Asia and those sorts of areas for a while. At least probably 4 years that I can think of. And it is it's part of the Kodak Professional range, which is separate to things like, Max 200 or Gold 200. And basically, what have we got? So we've got the Kodak Pro Image 100, which is their Pro, it's a professional. They've also got FLAVR 100, which is also Kodak Professional stock. It's that one. And I also have, they have the E100G, but I'm not going to talk about that because of the fact that it's slide film. We're going to stick with Color Neg at the moment. And that's it. So the big difference you'll find between, say, Pro Image and FLAVR is color cast in the neg. So if we have a look at this one, you can see how this image here has more of a yellow sort of tinge to it, whereas FLAVR 100 is more of a blue cast. It's more of a bluish kind of cast. Now you can color correct both films, or basically any film, to give you a more balanced color palette in relation to what you're shooting. And I guess the conventional logic would be that FLAVR is used as a landscape film, and so therefore Pro Image would be used as a portrait film. And there would be a certain amount of logic to that. Let's have a look at Portrait 160. Let's have a look. Where are we? Kodak Color Plus, Kodak Gold. So Portrait's probably somewhere in the middle in terms of color cast from just a standard exposure. It is in the middle. It is in the middle. So have a look at that. And that's even probably shooting a 100, so you get a nice clean, crisp. And then this one from the Pro Image, it's incredibly similar, but there is a bit of difference when you sort of bury down into it. And then obviously when you look at something like the difference between FLAVR and the Portrait 160, it's huge. So that is the standard neg, or what you get straight out of processing, and Kodak 160, it's a very different result. And in fact, shooting, we shot this at 200, so it's probably a third of a stop out. But shooting at a 100 definitely, gives you a nice result. But back to the Pro Image 100. I've seen a few wedding photographers use this stock quite successfully, and especially outdoors. So either outdoor work, or outdoor portrait work, or outdoor wedding work. And one of the reasons for that is one of the blessings of color negative film is that you can expose for the shadows. So for instance, if you've got your bride and the groom, and they're underneath a tree, and there's like bright sunlight coming onto them, but there's also lots of shadow from them under the tree, or however you compose your image, you can expose for the shadows to bring out the shadows and know that whatever happens in the top end will be soaked up by the color neg film. Whereas if you tried to do that with digital, you just blow out the highlights. which is one of the saving graces of color neg film, is it's incredibly hard to blow out the highlights. You know, you really have to be trying hard. So, which is why color neg works really well in disposable cameras with flash, because you just can't get it wrong. So, yeah, Kodak Professional Pro Image. And another thing with Kodak Professional Pro Image is it's cheap. It's cheap. It's $33 Australian, which is probably even less American, for a 5-pack. And, you know, Kodak Ektar 100 in the corner here is $16 a roll. So you get 5 for the price of 2. And if you're doing, you know, if you're doing wedding work, or if you're doing, maybe you're shooting wedding and you have, you know, you might have your 2 digital cameras for wide angle and telephoto, and then you might have a second shooter who's shooting film on a telly or on a wide. So, you know, five rolls for $33 with free delivery. I'm not endorsing Amazon or affiliates or whatever, blah blah blah, but the pricing on that is just good. Like, that's really, really, really good. I mean, even the price of some of these, you know, like, you know, they have here, right, 3 rolls of Kodak Gold for $22. It's like, spend an extra $11 and buy a Kodak Professional. I mean, so, you know, and I guess let's have a look at the difference between those two. Kodak Gold. Kodak Gold's here somewhere. Where are you? I saw you before. Kodak Gold. So, in fact, yeah, interesting. So that's Kodak Gold. It is a nice little film. There's the Pro Image, and when you shoot, let's say you shoot because if you shoot it at 100, it's not exactly the greatest exposure, whereas this one definitely has a far more of a balanced exposure at standard. But if you take Gold 200 and shoot it at 100, it really makes everything come to life. So there's another tech tip. Yeah, Kodak Pro Image 100, and wasn't available in the US until about 2018. So it was kind of interesting seeing it pop up on Instagram and be like, hey, you want to know what this film looks like? It's in the book, FLAVR. So that was pretty cool. All right, that's all for today. Just a quick one about Portrait Image, Pro Image 100. That's Pro Image 100, Kodak Professional. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Yeah, and that's it for today. I might talk about why color neg film likes to be overexposed. I'll probably do that in the next episode, or one of the next episodes. But if you've got any questions, let me know. Any comments? If you want to get in touch, or if you want to check out the website, where basically 98% of the book is available online to view, it's at getflavr.online, and that's FLAVR, getflavr.online. All right, cool. Catch you in the next one.